scroll, don't panic. You are on the right side of TikTok, hopefully, if you are a Kamala Harris supporter and have had to cut off friends and family due to them voting for Trump. Hi, I'm Susie, aka Blockbuster Chick. I am a full-time Twitch streamer, although at the moment taking time off from that because that's not important right now, and my mental health is going woo, as many people will agree that that is a normal thing to feel at the moment. The reason that I'm doing this is because I have seen a lot, and I mean a lot, hundreds and hundreds of people who have gone through similar situations to mine where you have had to walk away from a friendship or a relationship or anything like that because the other side voted for Trump. So here's my story. It was one of my best friends in the world. I just met her in person earlier this year. She lives on the west coast of the US and I on the east coast. I'm in New York. And we got on really, really well. Like, we could read each other's brains just about. We both suffer with a crippling anxiety disorder, and we knew what to say to the other one to be able to ground ourselves. And a lot of the time we did agree to disagree on certain things, but I wasn't aware to the extent of how brainwashed she was and still is. And when everything with Kamala coming into the presidential race happened and all the information about Project 2025 started coming out, it scared me, honestly, because I am a legal immigrant. I'm a woman. I have trouble conceiving children. I have had for years. And I would be one of the affected. And also I have a moral compass and I care about other human beings. I'm also pansexual, but that's beside the point. The main point is, it's not just for me standing up for my own moral compass. It's standing up for other people and saying, no, if you vote for this man, you are voting for a fascist. Put it like that, to stop TikTok picking the algorithm up. You are voting for someone who does not see transgender people, LGBTQIA plus people, women as equals, doesn't see it as human, people of color. Like, it baffles me. It truly, truly baffles me how in 2024 we're still dealing with the same shit that was going on 1776. You know, it baffles me. I don't understand. I don't understand how people can have such vicious hatred in their hearts and be so uneducated and so stubborn to forego doing any common sense research and using other sources besides Fox News. So about 2 weeks before the election, I had tried asking her who she was going to vote for, because she told me since Kamala entered the race and I started being more vocal about politics, because, just a little side note, up until fairly recently, I didn't think I had the right to have a voice, but I have lived in the US since 2016 with my loving husband, and politics is a part of my life over here. So when I heard things that were not only going to affect me but affect millions of people, not only the ones that I know and love, but half the country, more than half the country, that's when I started saying, look, you need to seriously look over all of the policies and all of everything, watch interviews, read articles, do your own research. Don't just rely on a news source, one news source, especially Fox News. And it just kept getting brushed off and off and off and off, and I just got tired of it. I got literally tired to the point where I felt nervous when I was picking up my phone if she was trying to message me and act like nothing was going on. And then it came to the time when the falling out first started. We'd started the conversation And I basically said, like, who are you voting for? Like, who are you voting for? Just tell me. And she said, after doing careful, like, I'm paraphrasing, after careful deliberation and having done my own research and blah, 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 this stuff that we know that they regurgitate out because it sounds like they've actually done any work, and now I know it's bullshit. She basically told me she was voting for Trump, and then I came back and said, what did he do last time? What did he do? And the basic answer was the economy, illegal immigrants, and it's the same narcissistic pattern. It's the same brainwashed pattern. So, long story short, I say I can't be around you at the moment, and I'm done. Thanks for clearing up how you really thought of me. Then it came to the night before the election, when my nerves were already shot as it was. And even after her telling me in a message that she would respect my wishes and give me time, let me initiate any kind of confirmation or a message or something like that, she messaged just saying, I know you wanted time, but fuck that, I'm talking. And basically her true colors came out in full force. And I told her in the calmest way I could, in a very detailed letter to her that took like an hour to come up with before to stop me from screaming. My response was basically, I don't know you and you don't know me, so I am walking away from this because I will not stand for racism, for transphobia, for homophobia, xenophobia of any kind. And it hurts. It does hurt. Because I got a tattoo with this person earlier this year. And it was somebody who I thought I could trust. It was somebody who did a few other fucked up things that I'm not going to talk about here, because that's something that I'm dealing with privately. The point of this long-winded video, I should say, I was going to say message, I'm getting confused, it's almost 3 a.m. The point is that anybody who has gone through this, having to cut friends, family, loved ones off because of them voting for Trump, and truly stating what their moral compass is, for anybody who's had to deal with that, we have the world at our fingertips for connecting with each other. We have our people, we just didn't realize they would be this broad and across the country and spread out. Now, a quick side note to go into an analogy in a minute. Me and my husband met over the internet through the weirdest conditions you could have ever thought. It was like something out of a movie. What's going on at the moment feels like we're in another movie. So why don't we reach out to each other? Why don't we connect with each other? We know that there are going to be barriers and walls up again because we've just had to go through cutting people out of our lives. But at least to know that there are other lights out there when the darkness wants to take over. Just knowing that there's other people who get it and are not out for themselves with the election like a lot of Trump supporters are. It's about showing people that there is good in the world. So, I'm in New York State. Where are you? If you feel comfortable, put it down in the comments below. I'd appreciate any follows, just to know that there's good out there in the world. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. You do matter.